All right. Hello, everyone. Sorry, it's kind of dark. I moved my office around. Welcome to our Monday night call. This is, I think, week 8 of the Business Bootcamp. So we are cruising right along. So if you are participating in that, way to go. We're so proud of you. If not, it's still great information for anyone who is in our business, and you are going to be so blessed by this information. I know, let me see a show of hands. Who was on the Pajama Regional this weekend? I know Casey was, Lindsay, Megan, you were right. Anyone else? Danielle, maybe? Yes, okay. So some of this information is from that, but I just kind of thought some of it was so powerful. You know, you hear it all in one day, and then you need to process it. You need to kind of rehash it in your brain. And so that's kind of what I did today. And I'm hoping that even if you've heard some of this stuff already, it will make more sense. It will sink in and be more powerful today than it was this weekend. So the first thing I want to talk about, well, I'm really talking about mindset, having a strong business mindset. And I think the best way to learn how to do this is from learning what other people who have strong businesses, learning what their mindset is, learning what they do to have what they think, what they say, what they practice in their lives and in their businesses. And so the Pajama Regional this weekend really had some amazing leaders sharing their wisdom and their thoughts with us. And Friday night, they had Natalie Baldock from Australia, and she really, it was almost like I felt like a counseling session. It was so just good and so important. She talked about mindset, and she talked about your values. She talked about when you live your values, you're in harmony with God. And I couldn't agree more. With this business, I think sometimes people are afraid of these businesses because they think they're going to force them to live outside of their values or to put things in the wrong priority. But if you're doing this in the right way, you're going to be right in step and right in line with your priorities and your values. So I want each of us to take a minute and think about, what are the things that light you up in your life? What are the things that you cannot live without? And this might be travel. It might be your family. It might be, certain foods that you just love, or wine, you just love wine, or maybe you love new experiences, or you love painting, or you love writing, or playing the piano. Like, write down, if you're taking notes, write down a couple things, and you can expand on this. I encourage you to expand on this, but write down the things you value. Maybe it's helping others. Maybe it's dancing. Maybe it's country music like me. Maybe it's your complete smoothies. I mean, maybe it's your Juice Plus. Maybe you value, your health and healthy food. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe you value new friendships or achievement, and watching your kid, Casey said, watching her kids win. Maybe you value deep friendships, those friendships where you feel like no matter time or distance, you can just go right back into that place and have those people that you can share hard and good things with. Maybe it's self-care. Maybe you really value making sure you're healthy and whole so that you can take care of others. So maybe it's your faith. Maybe it's scriptures and spending time in God's word. Like, all of these things are so good. And I just want you to think about the things, the people, the places that you value. And then the reason that it's good to think about this, even though it's not specifically related directly to our business, is because when you do what you love, what makes you happy, when you do your heart's desire, you are filled up and more attractive. I'm going to say that again. When you do what you love, what makes your heart happy, your heart's desire, you are filled up and you are more attractive. So if we're doing this business and we're just trying to grind and grind and grind, and we're not stepping into the things that really light us up, and we're not having creative outlets, and we're not doing the experiences that fill us up, then we're not going to be as attractive people. People are going to look at us and be like, I don't want to be like her. I don't want to maybe work that hard, or I don't want to have that attitude or whatever. But if you're loving life and you're doing this business alongside that and you're making room for those things you value most, you're going to be attractive. And ultimately, I talked about last week, attraction marketing. And that is so true. Like if you are out and you're doing things you love, you're going to attract like-minded people. You're going to attract people. If you love painting, you take a painting class, you're going to attract people who love similar things and you're probably going to have a great time with them. Or if you love just deep friendships, finding those women and spending time in moms groups to find, those friends that you're looking for. And she talks about picking 3 categories. So out of all the things you write down, just pick their top 3, and they can be family, they can be travel, they can be health, they can be faith, picking those top 3 categories and really just making sure that you can't probably focus on all of the things you wrote down, but making sure that those top 3 things are interwoven in your life and that you're doing something every day or every week that really lights you up and gets you excited, because that's what's going to make you more magnetic to other people. The one thing that she talked about that in all of our lives that we all have in our mind that keeps us from success, from greater happiness, from greater contentment, from greater relationships is our ego. And our ego is something we need, and we need it for self-preservation, but it's something that trips us up. It's something that tells us we're not good enough, that we can't succeed because we're not pretty enough, or we're not smart enough, or we don't have the right connections, or we're not rich enough, or, maybe it's something, wound from childhood that it brings up and makes you feel like you're not worthy. And so I just encourage you to tell your ego enough. Tell your ego that you, what she said was not today. So when she has that thought in her mind, maybe she's watching Instagram and there's a beautiful person making a perfect video, and you're like, well, I can't do Instagram videos because I don't look like her. That's your ego. And you need to say, not today. You need to be you need to get yourself going. You need to leave. When you are working on a promotion and you get no's and your ego tells you, all these people are just going to say no to you. That's not true. Just because one person said no, it has no connection to another person that you're talking to. So I just encourage you guys to be aware that your ego is going to be telling you things that are not true, that are going to hinder you. And I always say in this business, the biggest obstacle to success is yourself. I'll say that again. The biggest obstacle to success is yourself. It's what goes on between these 2 things right here, between your ears, is what holds you back. And so we want to help you break through that. We want to help you be real, to share your hope, to share your journey. It doesn't matter if you're 300 pounds and you're trying to do a health and wellness business. You don't have to be perfect yet. You don't have to be your ideal weight or your ideal in shape or ideal fitness in order to do this business. Don't let your mind tell you you need to be different. You're on a journey, and there's so many people, whether it's weight or time management or motherhood, there's so many people that are going to meet you in the struggle. They're going to see, hey, this is a mom just like me. This is someone on a health journey just like me. If she can do it, I can do it. We can use our pain and our struggles to encourage others and to bring them on the journey with us. And we know, I've been doing this 10 years. I'm celebrating right now this month. We know that the more people you bring with you, the better this business is going to be, the more fun it's going to be, and the healthier your business is going to be. So she really challenged us to find our voice. Find your voice. What is it you love to do, to talk about, and who do you love to interact with, and find your voice. You don't have to be me or Casey or Lindsay in this business. You need to be you. You need to find your authentic voice. You need to live in your truth. You need to live in your values. A 1-degree shift can change your trajectory. Just by tweaking this one thing, it can change your happiness levels. It can change your excitement levels. And little things like that can make big waves. You drop a boulder in a lake and it's going to have waves that reach, all the edges of the lake. And so what's that one shift that you can make today that's going to change the trajectory, of your business. Maybe it's your thought process about the products, or your thought process about sharing the business, or doing something to infuse some excitement into your life and into your business, so that when you talk to people about Juice Plus, they're just like, I don't even know what she's selling, but I want some of that. Give me some of that, like you should be so excited about sharing our products and our business that even if people don't quite know what you're talking about, they're just like, she's got it going on. She's really happy. She's really excited. And I want more of that. So find what you love and incorporate it into your business. For Natalie, it was painting. And I'm still figuring out, like, what is that for me? But find what it is and start incorporating it. Here are some of her affirmations I wanted to give you guys that I thought were good. She says to herself to get her mind right, I attract honest, real, incredible women. I attract honest, real, incredible women. I have more money than I have more money than I can dream of and contribute. So she's saying, I have more money than I could ever dream of, and I contribute it for her, she supports women in Bali who are in poverty. And so, like, I have more money than I could ever dream of. Maybe that's where you stop. Or I can say, I have more money than I could ever dream of, and I give back to this group that I'm passionate about, or this cause, or foster care, or, whatever. Adoption. I have the best friends in the world. That's one of her affirmations. It's like, how cool is that? If you value relationships and deep friendships, I have the best friends in the world. I am a powerful mentor to women. If you love connecting with women and coaching and you want to build a big business, tell yourself that you are a powerful mentor for women and, someone that women want to work with. I am one of the most caring people on the planet. I love that. She even has affirmations about her character, because we all are a work in progress. We're all striving to be the best form of ourselves. So moving on, the next speaker was AJ. Well, Jenna and I spoke, and so if you missed that, you'll have to check it out. But the gist of ours was that we can all do this business no matter how busy we are and how many kids we have and the craziness of our lives. We just have to be intentional. And we gave some practical steps on how to do that. But ultimately, you have to treat, if you're a mom or, someone who has a job, you have to treat your business as your baby, or your business as your job. Like, you wouldn't not go to your job. You would not pick up your baby from school or your kid from school. You would not feed your baby because you had to wash your hair, you were tired, you needed to run errands. If you want to grow your business, you have to treat it like something very important and precious in your life. Doesn't mean it needs to take up all your time. Let's say you have 6 kids. You can't give them all 24 hours a day, right? You give them intentional time with each one, and that might be a small part of your day, but they get what they need and they get taken care of. And Danielle can give me an amen on that. But ultimately, it really is important to find that intentional time to protect it and to take care of your business baby. Moving on to AJ Major, she's National Marketing Director in Kansas. She talked about sharing your story, that less is more. We need to be better listeners than talkers. The more you listen, the more you learn, and the more you learn, the better you can share our product and business with other people. So I just encourage you guys to share less and allow them to ask questions, and allow different pieces of your story to come out as you develop those conversations and relationships. And then she talked about you learn as you earn. When you start a new rep in this business, you don't need to know all the things. They don't need to know every single thing. They just need to know how to get started talking to people, because we get paid to talk to people. Moving on to Amber Weaver. She's one of my good friends in Juice Plus. And she talked about mindset, intention, and attitude. And she talked about in this business, asking yourself, instead of like, what do I have to do? Ask yourself, what do you need? What is this business fulfilling in your life that you don't already have? Maybe you need more adult time or more adult conversations. Maybe you need more time with your kids. Maybe you need more time with your spouse. Maybe you need your spouse to have more choices so he can get out of a job that he hates. Or maybe you need more income to pay debt or to take vacations. Like, what is it that you need? Remember, we all have a why when we get into this business, and it can change over time, and that's okay. But you always need to be in touch with that why, because that's what's going to drive you to get up and to take care of that business baby. It's going to be the reason that you're intentional with your business. She encouraged us to weave our business into our life so that we can live a life that counts. So weave this business into your life so you can live a life that counts. And she talked about how she would do a lot of her personal growth or reading or messaging, like maybe in the carpool line or sitting at soccer practice while her kids were practicing. You know, there's so many little moments where we just get on Facebook and scroll, or we just, you know, listen to the radio instead of listening to personal development, that you can just weave this right into your life. She talked about sometimes we don't have what we want because we aren't oh my gosh. Sometimes we don't have what we want because we aren't intentional about asking for it. Have you ever had someone that, you know, maybe you've been kind of beating around the bush with them about Juice Plus, but you never fully like just say, hey, are you ready to get started? There's so many people that would join our team, would join our mission, would go on that coffee meeting, would have the three-way call with us if we would just ask and be clear about our intentions. She said, you know, when things are unsure or get hard in this business, don't isolate. Don't isolate yourself. Don't keep yourself from connecting. You know, you can't grow. The plant can't grow if it's not connected to the roots. And this team and your leaders are your roots. We're the ones supplying you with that nourishment and the water that you need to sustain your business. She says, don't isolate, lean in and get the support that you need. What else? So moving on, Jen Stifler, if you guys want to check her out on social media, she is a mom and she's a previous pharmaceutical rep who is now pushing fruits and veggies in a capsule, which I thought was really cool. I'm sure we all know of people who do pharmaceutical sales. She talked about pharmaceutical sales as a golden handcuff. You get to make your hours and they pay you a lot, but you're pretty much locked in. Like you can't leave that job because you know, your family is dependent on that income. And Juice Plus was really something that after being a naysayer and a negative Nancy about it for years, she finally gave in and tried it because her 2 kids were born with congenital heart disease. And her friend loved her enough to keep coming to her and keep sharing Juice Plus. And she said, now I refuse to let a parent make a decision out of fear. She felt like she refused it so long, and her friend kept being brave, even when she was sticking her hand in her face saying, I don't want to hear about it. Her friend was brave, and she said that her friend's 6 seconds of courage changed her life. Her friend simply said, I love you, and because I know what I know, I can't not share this with you. And I thought that was really powerful. I love you, and because I know what I know, I can't not share this with you. And so she shared with her, and that's when her friend finally broke down and gave Juice Plus a real look. And as a pharmaceutical rep, if you know anyone, they read research all the time because they're sharing the research with their doctors to get them to share the drugs with their patients. And so she got a hold of the research. She was so floored by the journals that it was in. It made sense to her, and that's when she finally convinced her husband and got on board. And she said, the biggest skeptic is likely the one who needs it the most. I thought that was really, really profound. And then she said, parents should have the choice to prioritize their own family's goals versus others' goals. Amen. So Brian Marsh he closed out the talk. He is a multiple 100 club, and he's only been with the company for 3.5 years. He's in Australia, and he talked about our business mindset, a podcast that he recommended that I listened to today. It's called Mind Your Business Podcast. If you want to write that down, it's by James Widmore, Mind Your Business Podcast. And the one I listened to today was 15 minutes, which is awesome for a busy mom, right? I listened to it in the car between workout and getting home because I have it on play times like 1.5 or 1.25, so it goes faster. He said, how you see your business determines what is possible. If you see your business as a little side gig, as a hobby, as something you just kind of do, that's going to determine what is possible. If you see your business as something that can give your family financial freedom, something that can give you more choices, something that can earn you a 6 or 7 figure income, something that can answer whatever your problem is in your life, that's going to open up it's going to unlock your mind to be able to go for more and experience more and allow more things to happen in your business. He said, what do you think is possible? Do you think anything is possible? Or do you, so number one, do you think anything is possible in your business? Do you think like you could make $1 million a year? Do you think you could have 10,000 people on your team? Do you think anything is possible 100% of the time? And this is where he got me. So I'm like, yeah, anything's possible. But then he's like, do you think anything's possible 100% of the time? And he said, do you really believe it? Do you feel it? Do you believe anything is possible, but it's at the cost of time or money or, whatever? If you have a but after I believe anything is possible, but that means you don't believe anything is possible 100% of the time, and you have life-limiting beliefs around your business that you need to work on and break through and figure out why don't you believe that anything is possible in your business. So if you want to know if you believe anything is possible, write down the biggest, scariest goal that you can think of for your business and what it will take to get there. Write down the biggest, most audacious goal that you can think of for your business. Maybe it's 100 Club, maybe it's National Marketing Director, maybe it's SSC, maybe it's VF. We're all going to have different levels of what's our biggest thing we can comprehend. And write down what it's going to take to get there. Because what you write down, this is how you see your business. If you write down it's going to take 70 hours a week, then you think your business is hard and a drudge, and you don't see the power of multiplying and duplicating and sharing the workload. So just be honest with yourself, because there's not a right or wrong answer, but what you write down is going to be really informative for yourself about, your beliefs. And this is the part I loved. He said, the best thing we do, and I shared it in our Boxer chat, the best thing we do is change lives. You guys, I just did a 10-minute live video about my 10 years with Juice Plus, and I got teary-eyed at the end because this business has changed my life. It has changed my health. It's given me more than I could ever imagine. It's given me so many friendships. It's giving me you guys. And I'm just in awe that I said yes to this. And I'm so grateful because I didn't have a big vision in the beginning. I didn't think that I could do this. I didn't think I could do live videos and speak in front of thousands of people. I didn't have that much confidence. But this business changes you. It changes you from the inside out. The products change your health, every cell, and the business changes you from a personal development position where you can go from someone who can barely talk to 5 people in a room to someone who can speak in front of 5,000. And so I just want you to know that I'm so grateful for you guys, because you guys are all a part of my journey, and you're a part of this business that has changed my life. And I'm just forever grateful. So I love that saying that the best thing we do is change lives, because we all know people whose lives have been changed by our products and our business. And he said, we are in the people industry. We're not necessarily in the health industry or the network marketing industry. We're in the people industry. We get to collect friends for a living. We get to connect with people, share our values, coach them, train them, lead them, support them through the ups and downs of their lives. It's a very special thing that we get to do. He said, when we're sharing our products and we're sharing our business, this was his kind of format and his solution that he gave. He said, number 1, talk to people. Number 2, take an interest in them. Ask questions, get to know them, know their heart, find out Find their pain. That's number 3. Find their pain. And number 4, offer a solution. So if you go out with Juice Plus guns blazing and you know nothing about this person, you're not going to be very successful getting to share this with them. People purchase based on emotion. People purchase based on, or people join our business based on emotion. They have a problem that they need to solve most times, right? Maybe it's their kids are picky eaters. Maybe they have allergies. Maybe they're just tired of being sick and tired. Maybe they need finances, or maybe they need community. People have a pain point. So we can't just go out expecting everyone to think Juice Plus is the best thing since sliced bread, right? We have to go out and share in a way that they're going to be receptive. So we need to talk to people. We need to take an interest in them. We need to find their pain and offer them a solution. People don't care what you know. They don't care that Juice Plus is going to change their life until they know that you care about them. And so I'm going to share quickly, the Mind Your Business podcast I told you about, it kind of goes right along with this. What he said was only sell things that provide solutions to problems. Our business solves problems, our products solve problems. And the podcast I listened to, I think it was the latest one, but he said, he's like, if you want to know why your product is not selling, it's because you have a bad offer. Your product is not your offer. Juice Plus is not our offer. The business is not our offer. 3 forgotten aspects of an offer. Value add. When you're sharing Juice Plus with people, you need to share the price last. You need to share the values, the benefits, your story. When you share the price, their mind goes into consideration mode. They're saying, is this worth the cost? They're weighing the pros and cons of what they know. And if they don't know very much when you first share Juice Plus, they might think no because they see the price tag, but they don't know all the benefits. So we need to be good at sharing the changes and the benefits and the results and the quality of our products when we start sharing, and then get to the price. Once you share the price, you will need to add value to push people to the yes. Add value to allow people, because once they go into that consideration mode and they're thinking, okay, is this worth it? You can go in and say, hey, if you, kind of like what we do with our Facebook parties, if you want to get started this week or this month, I'm throwing in an extra free recipe book for you. I'm throwing in samples of our shakes this week only. I'm throwing in, a free ebook or a shaker bottle or whatever, adding value. It's going to help people get to that yes quicker. He also talked about risk reversal. A lot of times people don't buy because they're risk averse. If they have this in mind, they're afraid they're going to get stuck with something they don't want. They've heard stories of other network marketing. We need to go and bust this myth. We need to say, we have a 100% money back guarantee. Our company takes care of everything. You're never stuck with anything. We want you to be happy and content. And we have a customer portal where you can manage your own order. How amazing is that our company is already doing the things he recommends? And then lastly, he talks about scarcity and urgency. And I don't really like the word scarcity, but urgency. When people don't have a reason to buy now, they won't buy. There are people out there who have said yes in their mind, but did not act. If they don't need to do it now, they will not buy. So you can work through this with people by by following up. We know follow-up, fortunes in the follow-up. By giving them limits or deadlines, or saying, hey, this free thing is only available through the end of the month. Or, the goal is to get them in or out. We don't want those people hanging in limbo when they're considering purchasing from us. And ultimately, Brian Marsh talks about going back to how we talk to people. We want to bring strangers, maybe people we meet at the grocery store, at the park, or online in a mom's group. We want to bring strangers to friends, and then we want to bring friends to family. We want to bring people into our community and help them feel like there's a place for them. And then lastly, he said, what are you one conversation away from? What if someone told you, in the next 10 years, you could be one conversation away from becoming a national marketing director, or having, 400 customers, or having a 6-figure income, or, whatever. I mean, what are you one conversation away from? What if you could have a conversation that changes the course of your life or somebody else's life? Maybe that one conversation is changing someone's health forever. Maybe they're able to get off medications. Maybe they're able to shred and regain their self-confidence and start to feel their best. Maybe someone, you change their life, you tell them about the business and they become a national marketing director. They don't lose their house. They don't, their marriage is saved. Like, you never know what one conversation can do for somebody else and for yourself. And so I encourage you guys, let's not be stingy with this gift that we've been given. Let's not keep it to ourselves. Let's go out and share it loud and proud. Let's go be intentional. Let's love other people. Let's get our mindset right so that we can expect and look forward to big things in our lives. And the last thing I wanted to say on that before I jump off here, where was it? It was really good. He talked about your mindset. Basically that your mind doesn't shoot. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it because it was so good. Are your beliefs serving you? Oh my gosh, where is it? Anyways, I'll find it later and I'll put it in our team chat. But I love that he says this to people. Hey, Susie, would you be open to hearing about a way to make extra income without interfering with you being a mom? Would you be open to hearing about a way to make extra income without interfering with you being a chiropractor, a massage therapist, etc.? So that's just some verbiage that he gave that I thought was really powerful. But what I want to take away is that we need to work on our mindset so that we can make a bigger impact in our own lives and in the lives of others. So we're going to wrap up. Thank you so much for being on, guys. Thanks for letting me be a part of this with you. And I just want to say really quickly, I'm doing giveaways this month. If you didn't watch my live video, go watch it on my Facebook page. At the end, I talk about the giveaways I'm doing for my customers. In case you guys want any ideas, I'm giving away for our whole team. Anyone who orders in August, I'm doing giveaways. So you're going to want to go check that out. Anyone who orders in August and anyone who signs up as a teammate is going to get entered. I'm doing 5 giveaways. So 5 people out of anyone who orders, they're going to get entered to win. So go watch that. And then our team, I'm going to be doing giveaways for our team. And let me get that for you guys so I can tell you. So because you guys are a big part of everything that has happened in my life for the last 10 years, I want to say thank you, and I want to give back to you guys. And so I thought something fun that I could do to thank you guys is give away something that I think everyone could use, and you get to pick your own. It's just something, because it's kind of coming at the end of summer, and because my heart is for you to have a bigger vision for your life and for your future. I'm giving away I'm like, I forgot the name of it. Okay. I'm letting you pick. So I'm giving away 3 prizes for teammates this month. And I'll show you how to enter. But 3 prizes. They're blender sunglasses. They're kind of like Diff. Have you guys heard of Diff sunglasses? Okay, so they're like that. There's advertising all over Instagram, but they're super cute. Blender sunglasses. Go check them out. And you get to pick your own pair that you want. I'm going to purchase them for you. So the winners are going to get to pick their own sunglasses, because the whole goal is to help you have a bigger vision for your future. And so you're going to get these sunglasses. You get to pick them out. They're going to get sent to you. Yeah, Casey. Okay, so here's how you enter. Any reps who add 3 customers in August and 1 HLP. 3 customers and 1 HLP, you get entered to win the sunglasses. And I'm giving away 3 pairs. And hey, who knows? I might just go crazy and drop in something else at the end of the month, because I'm so excited and grateful for you guys, but 3 customers and 1 HLP, that's how you're going to get an entry. And if you do that, you'll need to get with me and let me know your customer names and your HLP so I can make sure that you get entered. And at the end of the month, I'm going to do the drawing and do the giveaway. So I thought that's something cool because you can pick out your sunglasses. We all need sunglasses. We all need a bigger vision for our lives and for our future. And so with that, I really am done. Thank you for being with me. I'm kind of scatterbrained because I'm like emotional and whatnot, but thank you. And if you are a leader, stay on, and we're going to be doing a really quick leader chat. If you're a sales coordinator and above, stay on. If not, everyone have a great night, and we'll talk to you next week. Yay! Let's see, Casey, I have a new message. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, leaders. Let me stop the recording.
I already picked out my sunglasses.